I think we can get started. Welcome everyone to our final Yes Internship Program information session. We've got a bunch of cool stuff planned for y'all. We'll be going over all of our partners at UPenn, which is super exciting, and then we'll jump into talking about our program and everything we've got to offer. But I'll start us off just by passing it to Bruhu. Do you want to jump in?
Hey everyone, my name is Bruhu. I'm one of the co-presidents of the Entrepreneurship Society. For a quick overview of what we do, we're everything startups and entrepreneurship and venture capital at Yale. Our goal and mission is to support undergrads, grads, alumni through all stages of their entrepreneurial journey, whether they're just getting started out, whether they're looking to raise a round, but more so be a mesh net that connects all of them in a really beautiful way. We run a lot of initiatives, a lot of programs, one of them being Yes Internships, but we also have an incubator. We have really amazing speaker series. Most recently, we just had April Ko, who's the youngest woman founder ever to run a multi-billion-dollar company. We have the founder and CEO of Republic coming up, which is a really great, it's a really great investment platform where you can invest in startups that you like for like $1. But as a whole, I'm super excited to have everyone here. Cannot wait to see all your applications and all your faces. If you all want to stay updated with Yes Internships, we normally are most active on LinkedIn, but this is where we post all our updates on Yes Internships as a whole. And we also have an Entrepreneurship Society LinkedIn page as well. But yep, it's great to see everyone here.
Audrey, do you want to talk a little bit about Muse?
Yeah, of course. So for those of you who don't know, Muse is Penn's undergraduate premier marketing club. We are also a platinum chapter across the US, which means whenever we compete with the other marketing clubs at the top other universities, we've come in top 3, I believe, the last 10 or so years and have been the platinum one, I think, since 2016, pretty consistently. With Muse, we have over 150 members on 11 different committees with over 1,400 general body members. Our general body members have access to our listserv to see the events we're hosting. So if you're interested in joining Muse, please message me with your name and email, and I can add you to the listserv, and hopefully we can see your applications next semester. Below, you'll see those are the 11 committees that we have. As you can see, we have consulting ones going more to event planning, people who are more creative and artistic, finance, truly everything. There's a place for everyone at Muse. We also have a huge impact off of campus with over 10 for-profit consulting projects each year, 15 community service. So that goes into our social impact practice and our social impact committee. So whether you want to be consulting or not, we have that option. We're also 12 consecutive years as the national case team finalists, and have been top 3 once again the last couple of years, and top 2 the past 4 or 5. And below you can see our past clients, and I'm sure these names don't really need recognition. You can all recognize their logos, which just really goes to show you the amazing work and clients that Muse works with. So yeah, we're excited to partner with you guys.
Awesome. Vivek, you want to jump in?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me, Matt. So as you all know, we are the Wharton Undergraduate Entrepreneurship Club. And our goal is to make every student at Penn an entrepreneur. We want to raise the next generation of unicorns. Sabrina?
Yeah, sorry. So here, what we're doing is, right, how are we going to make everyone an entrepreneur? 3 simple words: incubate, inspire, and ignite. Right now, we are running a year-long startup incubator with over 90 participants, which is double what we had last year. And we put our participants into teams, and we kind of give them mentoring and everything, and it accumulates to a pitch competition at the end of the year.
And we inspire our classmates to become entrepreneurs by inviting some of the best entrepreneurs and investors on the planet. So just last semester, we've had Warby Parker's CEO, we've had the CFO of Uber, and we had Keith Raboy, the best venture capitalist on earth. And we also had other startup executives, although not as notable as the 3 I just mentioned. And Sabrina, how do we ignite the spirit of entrepreneurship?
This is Muse.
Thank you for asking, Vivek. So we ignite the spirit of entrepreneurship by networking events so that you can find your future co-founder, workshops so they can enhance your skills in sales, recruiting, coding, everything that's essential to becoming a successful entrepreneur. And then lastly, we have a pitch competition so that you can get funding for your startup. And over 2,000 students are on our listserv right now, and we give them kind of a weekly mail on what we're up to. Our board is over 60 students, and so we work every day on trying to kind of serve this entrepreneurship community at Penn.
All right, and that's how we have some of the best events on campus. And some events are coming up. So we are hosting the GP of Excel, which is one of the best VC firms in the world. And that's happening on October 26th at 6 p.m. And I want to see you there. In general, I want to see you unlock your human potential, and I better see you attend all of our events and apply to Yes Internships, which is run by the fascinating Matthew and Brihu. So check out our website, it's right there, and also follow us on Instagram. We have the best Instagram on the planet as well.
Not only that, Vivek, but we also have Alibaba's CFO coming up. So a date is yet to be confirmed, but she will be coming. Stay tuned. Everyone, no matter which school you're in, is invited.
I think I need
Right,
like
boom,
4 more
we're out.
coffees to get your guys' energy. That's awesome.
I don't need coffee.
Namrita, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, what a tough act to follow. Hi, everyone. My name is Namrata. I'm the co-president of Penzem. Penzem is the Penn Social Entrepreneurship Movement, and we aim to empower future social entrepreneurs with the tools they need to go out and make a difference while out there at Penn and beyond. We have 2 main branches, so consulting and Inspire. And consulting offers pro bono consulting services for local and global social enterprises. So for context, any company out there that's trying to make a profit but also has a social purpose. And then Inspire is Penn's premier social impact startup accelerator. So we have about a 9-week incubator program where students can go and pitch, first build their social impact startups and then pitch them at the end at a pitch competition where we have VCs, angel investors, et cetera, and often usually try and get a shark from Shark Tank, which we will have again this semester. So those are our 2 main branches, and we have over 40 consultants across 8 client engagements. If you see below, you'll see some of our recent clients that we're super excited to be working with this semester across all industries. And we have over 1,200 general body members. So feel free to just join our listserv, like Muse and like WUEC, like you can just join our listserv and become a general body member and have access to a lot of great opportunities. So we're launching a philanthropy initiative in West Philly. We're going to go and teach students in West Philly how to become their own social entrepreneurs. And we have tons of educational and speaker series. So in the past, that's included like the Beyond Meat founder, and again, other sharks from Shark Tank, Mark Lohr, founder of Jet.com, and we have exciting events to come. So it's just been a really great opportunity, and there's lots of ways to get involved either this semester or next semester if you're interested in entrepreneurship as well as social impact.
Awesome, thanks guys. And if y'all don't know, these are our partner organizations. So essentially as a member of them, y'all get priority in our application process. So if you're a member of PennSEM, WUEC, or Muse, essentially we always interview you. So we got some great clubs here. Please apply next year because we've got upcoming rounds of recruiting and they're all the best. So to go into the agenda of what we're going to cover now, we'll introduce the program and everything that we do. We'll have some of our partners describe our startup portfolio. And we've got some really cool companies we want to talk to you about today. You'll get the chance to hear from 2 interns. We got Isabel and Mark on the call. We'll jump into our recruiting process as well as some application tips, talk about how international students fit in, and then we'll go right into Q&A. So the Yes Internship Program, our main objective is to help y'all get some internships at really exciting startups. We've built our portfolio now to include over 140, representing over 120 million in capital raised, as well as some really cool accelerators and VC firms such as Forum Ventures, Y Combinator, Cleantech Open, Techstars. And the way we've selected these startups is by really getting to know the founding team, their senior leadership, and exactly what their vision is. We talk with interns to see what their internship experiences have been like, and we get just overall a really broad view and detailed view in terms of what you'll work on, what kind of skills you'll learn, and what mentorship you'll receive. So all of the opportunities that we provide, we think are really exciting and great opportunities to learn. And we're here to help you connect with these startups and really get some great internships. So we have a recruiting team of around 8 fellow Yale students and Princeton students. So we got Elise on the call right now, actually. So I'll pass it along to her. Elise, could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hey everyone. It's great to see all of you. So my name is Elise. I'm a sophomore at Princeton studying English, and I've been working for the YES program on the internship team for about a year now. And it's been really awesome to meet a ton of driven and talented students, as well as learning from the great startups we have affiliated with our program. So I'll drop my email in the chat, but feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about the application process. I read a ton of applications and interviewed a ton of students in the past. So, or if you just want to chat more about the program, I'd be happy to answer any questions that anyone has.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested in what exactly our recruiting managers do, they are kind of our main liaison with our startups. So they each recruit for a specific set number of startups in our network. So please get to know them. They'll really be a great resource for you in terms of application tips and getting to know exactly what kind of startup opportunities we have. Great, so now we'll start introducing some of our companies. So I'll pass it off to Audrey to talk about Deep Media first.
I think actually Megan's going to take this one.
Awesome.
Hi.
If
Yeah, I'm
that's
here. Hi guys, I'm the president of Muse. Sorry I missed the first few minutes, but yeah, I'm really excited to be talking about Deep Media today. Deep Media is the YES Internship Program's leading AI and ML focused startup. They're super cool. They're the world's first ethical synthetic media platform, leveraging generative AI to automate and enhance content creation for media companies initially and across industries in the future. They provide real-time audio and video translations, allowing creators to develop content in over 50 locations, video tools that add color to black and white video, as you can see on the screen here, as well as deep fake detection to ensure a more ethical future for deep fakes and deep learning. Students will get the chance to work directly with an amazing group of founders who are experts in machine learning and artificial intelligence, diving deep into Deep Media's core technologies. So super cool.
Thanks. WC, do you want to jump in now for Thermoband?
Yeah, definitely. So Thermoband, founded by mother and daughter duo Debbie and Markia Dickinson, reframes midlife, destigmatizes menopause, and empowers women to control their thermal comfort. The Zone device, launching 2021, is a patent-pending smart personal thermostat that provides heating and cooling sensations to the inner wrist, as well as digital health data.
You will work in a marketing context, learning effective strategies to optimize not only engagement, but you'll also develop interesting content to help a high growth startup scale. As you learn from Debbie and Marky, who are also past founders with a successful software company exit, you will dive into multiple facets of Thermoband. What an honor that must be.
Thanks so much, guys. And now we'll pass it off to Penzem.
Yeah, Arcturus is actually a company founded by Penn students, so it's super cool. And basically they build tailored risk intelligence solutions that help leading organizations across the world optimize their operations. And their software platform, Orion, is designed by former elite intelligence personnel and supported by a patent pending artificial intelligence engine. The impact of their technology is supported by leading VCs and angel investors whose portfolios include companies like SpaceX, Luminar, and Flexport. Prior Arcturus interns have been invited back as full-time employees, founded a Y Combinator-backed startup, and gone on to work as engineers at Facebook and Amazon. At Arcturus, you'll receive direct mentorship from their experienced group of founders and senior leadership.
Yeah, and to add one more thing about Arcturus, like I haven't met founders more invested into student growth, so these guys are definitely a startup to look out for. But now you'll get the chance to hear from some of our interns. So Isabel, do you want to talk about your experience with OGB?
Yeah, of course. So I'm Isabel. I'm a sophomore in the LSM program studying biochem and statistics. I've been with Orange Grove Bio since last June, and I will be interning with them until the end of this upcoming June. And so Orange Grove Bio is a preclinical drug investment and development platform. So the company is really focused on just licensing proprietary technologies and investing in early stage biotech companies. And so overall, it's been just a really wonderful experience. As an associate, you get placed into you get assigned a mentor who's typically a PhD student, and then you get placed into groups based on your interests. So I'm working with a cell therapy group, a psychedelics group, and then a Texas University group. And so on a day-to-day basis, I've really been working a lot on just market research, looking into any interesting technologies from universities, communicating with tech transfer offices, as well as really participating in meetings which is like super interesting researchers. And so I definitely have learned a lot about, the overall biotech industry, as well as these like emerging trends and technologies such as like NK cell therapy. And I've been really lucky to be able to participate in a lot of calls with a lot of really accomplished professionals. And I think like if I have any tips for applying to the YES program, it's definitely just to make sure that you really conduct a lot of thorough research on the company you're interested in, as well as really being able to see, what you can get out of this experience and making sure that you can benefit from it. And then now I'll pass it off to Mark.
Yeah, thanks, Isabel. So hi, my name's Mark. I am a junior in the college studying mathematics. I'm originally from Orlando, Florida. One of the reasons that I wanted to join the YES internship program is because I was always interested in sustainability and the startup culture. So when I found about YES, I was really excited to like work on one of their organization called Ferox Foods. It's a plant-based food, frozen food company, and they were looking for a B Corp certification intern. So you don't know, B Corp certifications is for companies that want to be more like sustainable, more just in like environmental, social, or like basically governance ways. So it just totally matched my interest more about learning how to create a business like this. So through this internship, I was able to learn about creating like the governing documents that like business should be run on, strategize long-term plans and visions to basically make Ferox Foods a B Corp certified company. And really how like a company, a CPG company is able to operate during COVID and after. So overall, Ferox Food and the YES internship program was just like an amazing experience, and I hope that you guys apply for it. And yeah, thank you so much. I'll pass it on to Matthew.
Awesome. Thanks so much, guys. So yeah, I think now would be great just to introduce the overall application for y'all, because I'm sure there are a bunch of questions here. So Megan, Andre, do you guys want to start us off?
Yeah, definitely. So we'd love to kind of explain how the application process plays out. So we all know that internship programs know that the recruiting and application process is really stressful. But in fact, YES's main goal is to reduce anxiety associated with job recruiting. And so applications are necessary. And in order for us to do a good job pairing you with a company, we need to get a comprehensive look into like who exactly you are and your interests. And so looking at our applications, they're opening October 18th, which is in a little less than a week, and they're closing in on November 1st. Applications will be reviewed on a rolling basis, so be sure to submit your applications as soon as you can. And you could also expect our questions to be very similar to a job or college application, including standard questions about your experiences, education, and your interest. But you could also be asked which one of our like partner startups you would prefer to intern at. So be sure, as Isabel mentioned, to know a little bit more about them.
And once you've submitted your application, you may be asked for an interview. That's pretty cool, isn't it? This will be more like casual coffee chats that will give you a chance to really explain what makes you tick and what kind of internship you are looking for. Based on your responses, the YES internship program will pair you up with their startup partners for internships.
After that, once the YES internship program team puts you into contact with the startup, they may go through additional screening procedures such as technical interviews, and it is up to you, your paired startups, as to whether you'll be getting an internship. What the YES internship program is doing is submitting a strong referral and getting you through the door.
YES internships want to make the whole process as easy for you as possible. So if you ever have any questions or want to talk to one of our recruiters, shoot the team an email or reach out individually. Their startups are diverse and unique, and as a result, they want their applicants to be diverse and unique. No matter your past experiences, whether professional or not, whether for pay or for volunteer work, they want to help you secure a startup internship. Essentially, they want all candidates, from entry level to leadership.
Awesome. So to jump in with some application tips, I want to echo kind of what everyone's been saying in terms of really getting to know the startups you're interested in. We've had a few applicants and their applications actually just do like full competitive analyses or market research. And that definitely impresses us. We don't even look at resumes then. we just see a super driven person who's interested in a startup and we immediately reach out for an interview. So we're just looking at that genuine interest for startups. I was talking with Michael Fedora, who's the founder of Trova. They're looking for someone to help them build their web application and mobile app. And they're using a bunch of different technologies, but they weren't even focused on having technical skills per se. They were just focused on someone who's interested in helping them build a community of people who really love what they're working on. So we're always just looking for passionate applicants. In terms of just general like interview tips, always try and be as specific as possible as you can be when you're answering our questions. So if we ask like a pretty basic question, like tell me about a challenge you helped overcome or a time where you really helped motivate people, it's always great to have a specific example, maybe like a specific conversation or event that really moved you and really showcases what kind of person you are. So that kind of specificity just gives us great insight into who you are. So definitely just try and really reflect in terms of like what's happened to you, what have you learned, and what are you excited about in the future. So those are some tips for me, but I'll pass it off to Bruhu. Do you have any more application tips?
Yeah, absolutely. So one thing that I'll really recommend is even if you feel like you don't necessarily meet the qualifications of a certain role, but if you're really excited about a startup, like put your hat in, but like just go the extra mile to show like how interested you are in that startup, and also go the extra mile to kind of think about what you can contribute to the startup. And so like what that kind of means is like if like let's say you don't have too much like experience in social media, but like in general you're really excited about a certain startup and you want to like dive into what they're doing. You can think about like what could a campaign look like. You can think about what's the really creative way to get more like almost like proactively think like what your first week or first like week and a half or 2 weeks could maybe be at that startup, and then like just like write about that. And because at the end of the day, like startups are super dynamic places, you're gonna be doing a ton of things. And so thinking about how you can kind of like make an impact from day one not only will force you to do more research on that specific startup, but it's like on that first day, if like you get the internship, you're gonna go to the founder and be like, this is like what I think I can do, and you're gonna execute on that. So the first one is like, as best as you can do, we allow you to like choose your top 3. I would say like try to find your top 1 and like really, really pour time and effort into that like application, like why you're really interested, and like really crystallize on, what can you do at that startup. And what that'll force you to do is kind of just like introspect on what your skills are. It'll force you to do research on the startup as well. But it'll give us a really clear understanding of like why we can fight for you. Because what we do is, we send a really strong referral and we say like why we're so excited, why we think you're a perfect fit for this. And that helps us so much. And it's like, it makes that decision, that entire process, it really allows us to get to know you so much better. So I'd say like, we let you pick your top 3, but like really pick like your top, like try to pick your top 1 and be like, why is this the one I'm super interested in? And then just think about the impact that you can make there and try to verbalize that. And like maybe even give yourself like an action plan of like what you would do there. And like that like really just shows that you're going above and beyond. I think different roles have like different specificity. So if you're doing like a marketing role or anything like that, what really wins out over all of those is like passion. And like, you're just really, really excited. And if it's like a, technical or like more computer science based role, like project work using their stack or, once again, places where you think you'd be able to plug into their team, is like, just like write about that. And I think those are like my biggest tips, but I would really say, just resounding on what everyone else said, just take the time and really learn about the companies.
Awesome, thanks, Bruhu. So to reiterate some dates here, our applications are opening in 6 days on the 18th and closing 2 weeks after on the 1st of November. Internships are going to start anywhere, anytime during the winter, depending on like when your exams finish and the startups looking to bring you on. Everything is really flexible when we're talking about startups. So yeah, if you have questions also in terms of acceptance rates, we're trying to be as transparent as possible. So our current acceptance rate is around 25%. And then once we make the referral for you for the startup, our acceptance rate on the startups end is anywhere from 85 to 90%. So we've built these really great relationships with their startups. So for the vast majority, you are going to be accepted if you receive an acceptance from us. So yeah, hopefully there were some questions there that I just helped answer. But then to talk about how international students fit in, a lot of, or actually 100% of the opportunities we're providing this round are going to be paid. So as a result, if you're international, you are going to need work authorization because most of our startups are based in the US. So that's in the form of either OPT or CPT. So that's optional practical training, which generally takes like 3 months to apply for. And then CPT, which is to be kind of related to your major, but is generally faster to get. So feel free to stick around for the FAQs if you have questions about this. But kind of the big theme here is if you are international, unfortunately, you are going to have to go through those steps to get work authorization. But I'm an international student too. I'm from Canada, so I'll cry with you because I have to go through it as well. But that's everything on the Yes Internships end. I'll pass it over to our partners though, so you can learn about how to connect with them. And I believe Muse is up first.
Yeah, so Muse is actually really excited. We're hosting a What Can I Do Besides Investment Banking and Consulting panel. It's a week from today from 6 to 7:30, although 7:30 is kind of pushing it. I doubt it's actually going to go that long. So we're going to have Comcast, Unilever, and Insight partners. So we'll have people discuss marketing, venture capital, this, and also business strategy. So if anything that's interesting to you at all, please go like our Facebook, follow us on Instagram. The Facebook event will be up tonight. I'm supposed to be doing that right now, but I'm at this amazing panel instead. So after, I promise it'll be up there, but we really hope to see you there. It'll be great. We'll have a moderated panel, a chance for Q&A, and also a chance for breakout rooms and networking sessions after. So these are pretty amazing companies doing great things and a really good way to get your foot in the door.
All right, awesome. So on October 26th, at 6 p.m. Like mark that down on your Google calendars or right now. That's a Tuesday, by the way. We are hosting a fireside chat with Amit Kumar, who is general partner at Excel. So if you don't know what Excel is, it's basically this VC firm that were early investors in Facebook, Spotify, Slack, Dropbox. I could go on and on and on and on. And they raised over $18 billion. So it's crazy. I had the chance to grab drinks with Amit Kumar over the summer, and I have to say he is the nicest guy on the planet. He gave me some like really awesome career advice, like the best career advice I've ever gotten in my life. So you want to show up to this event. What I'm going to do now is I just pop the Facebook link, the Facebook event link in the chat, and I also sent over the RSVP link in the chat as well. So you want to check those links out. And Matt, thanks for having me.
Of course. Penzem.
Actually, I think Muse might be next.
Oh, my bad. Muse, do you want to jump
Yes,
in?
sorry. This is us for Banking Basics. So on November 9th at 6 p.m., we're hosting a panel with Citi. So they're going to have a bunch of people from their different divisions come talk about the difference between investment banking, TTS, risk management, strategy, all those different things. Since banks are huge, and it's really hard to necessarily know what division is best for you. So definitely come to this event. Also, if you are a sophomore, it does coincide with their early ID program, meaning you can know perfectly what division you want to apply for, apply to it, and hopefully get an early round interview and a job at Citi. So this is a great way, even if you don't want to work at Citi, just to learn about different divisions at banks, what they all do, and what's the best fit for you.
Yeah, and then for our final event that we're previewing, PennSEM's actually collaborating with the Wharton Undergrad Entrepreneurship Club, and we're bringing in the founder and CEO of Insomnia, who went to Penn and started it while here. If you don't know what Insomnia is, you're probably really healthy or like not sure where you go to school. But yeah, I think the event will speak for itself, and we're super duper excited.
Awesome. Thanks so much, guys. So that wraps up our event.